Right, so we've got the legend Bob Anderson. Team Unicorn, darts. How has the game changed since back in the day?
Well, I think the game has grown up.
Yeah?
I mean, if you like, I came in its infancy. And we've watched it grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
It's now a massive sport that it's become. It's just, and I don't think it's finished growing either.
No.
I think it's fantastic.
It's only just begun, really.
I don't know how, I'm watching the boys performing in front of 10,000 people who are making more noise than the average football crowd.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the boys concentrate so well. I mean,
stay
they've developed that
focused
ability to shut it out.
Yeah.
And I think that's tremendous.
Was that ever, obviously that was probably never an issue for you, that you...
Well, I think the whole outlook has changed. Without sort of sounding old-fashioned, I suppose when I grew up in darts, when the referee said game on, it was almost total silence.
Yeah.
Because 99% of the audience were dart players.
Right, so they appreciated that you needed a bit of...
Well,
hush,
they've been there
probably.
themselves.
Yeah.
I think today, it's not true to say that that percentage are dart players in the audience.
No.
They're youngsters out for a real good time.
Yeah, they're out for a
And
night
good luck
out.
to them.
Yeah.
Good luck to them.
Yeah. It really has become an entertainment
Certainly
thing
has.
rather than, you know, what it used to be. And
Yeah.
what about all these 9 darters? What's happening?
It's quite remarkable. It was just another indication of the levels of ability that's out there, and the fact that people are prepared to work so hard at their game,
Yeah.
and the standards are going up and up and up and up.
Yeah. So do you think, I mean, what do you think, like lots of them are like you see Phil Taylor, he'll talk about spending 8 hours a day practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's what people are doing, or is it the money that's driving people, or...
Well,
Or is it the
if I
darts?
said money wasn't the motivation,
Yeah.
I would obviously be less than truthful. Clearly it's a motivation, much more today than it was in my day.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a world champion 15 times, you've got to work harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I've won the world championship once, and I know how much hard work I have to do to get that.
Yeah.
So I take my hat off to the little fella.
Yeah. It's
He works harder than anyone has ever worked on a dartboard.
So
Now,
it's
these
not,
youngsters coming in today,
yeah.
they want to be a Phil Taylor. That's exactly what they've got to do.
Yeah. They do need
Yeah.
to work hard. They do need to do what he does.
We've also got to take into consideration that equipment's, I think, far better today
Yeah.
than it was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Like the technology.
Absolutely.
Nowadays.
I mean, it's space age.
It is space
Yeah.
age. We've got the Uniboffin, who's been around for years, designing darts, working with John Lowe back 30 years ago.
Oh, he's that old, is he? God.
Years. But then they're using the same sort of technology. It's still aerodynamics. It's still the same idea, but they're, you know, they're expanding on it, and they're...
Taking it to a new level.
Yeah, it is a new level, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been with this company for a long time,
Yeah.
and I'm amazed at each new level we achieve.
Yeah.
And there's more to come, isn't
Yeah,
there?
every year there's something new. It's like, as far as your darts are concerned, have you changed much, or...
It's the same shape barrel that I started life with, but I think as you get older you probably want something to give you a little more grip.
Yeah.
So I just changed the grip very slightly.
Yeah.
The barrel is basically the same.
Right.
But the thing I find reassuring is that if there's something wrong, then I can talk to someone.
Yeah. So you just call up.
They'll put it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is terrific.
That's pretty great. As a darts player, you want somebody to know exactly what they're talking about.
Absolutely.
When it comes to your darts, and who better than the person who made them, really?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So what about the League of Legends? How are you finding that one? I mean, that's a pretty inventive little thing to do, isn't it?
It was absolutely fabulous the first season because I won it.
Hey, that was great.
And then,
That was a great night.
Mr. Deller won it last year, and
Yeah.
well, fair play to Keith. He was the best player amongst us last year. We're, I believe, at the moment in negotiation with a television company to get it back on the road.
Excellent.
Which would be nice. But I still work with John and
Yeah.
Eric and some of the other old boys
Yeah.
on legend shows.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Which are great fun.
Yeah.
But I'm off to Australia for the whole of August.
Wow. So you're still
on a tour
around.
with Dennis Priestley,
Excellent.
Steve Beaton, Richie Burnett and Alan Warner. So I mean there's a couple of old boys in there.
Yeah.
Not quite as old. Well, Dennis is just younger than me, but only just.
So you're not thinking of retiring anytime soon?
Well, I've retired from the tour
Yeah, but...
of tournament play some 3 years, but the exhibition side
Yeah.
of life is still strong, and
you
I
still enjoy
thoroughly
it, yeah?
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Really, yes, I mean there's great fun in exhibitions, but you get to let people know that dart players can be sometimes quite funny,
Yeah.
as opposed to as opposed to quite savage.
Yeah. And other than playing darts and all that, do you do anything else to wind down?
I have the occasional game of golf, knee permitting,
Nice.
and I fly fish for trout.
Wow.
Which is my biggest hobby, I suppose.
So this golf thing, I haven't a clue about golf. What is the attraction? I don't get it.
You are not the first lady to say that, I am sure. But it's a bit like a drug, really. You actually get hooked on golf.
Is it being outdoors, and do you get competitive with it? Can you be competitive?
Yes. Especially if you play a John Lowe for a tenner.
That's when
that's competitive. But you might be a brilliant golfer.
I'd be more like Happy Gilmore, I think.
You'd be happy.
I'd tear up. I would tear up the place. Yeah, because I'm pretty
you knew
competitive.
that was a golf film.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's about as much as I know about golf.
It's a great relaxation. It can be very frustrating at times, but
Yeah.
I think it keeps you mentally alert,
Yeah.
which is a pretty good thing to be when you're playing this game.
What about the weather? I mean, will you go out there when it's raining? And
Like today, you mean?
yeah.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't bother about the weather.
Yeah.
It's you've got the right. Again, it's a matter you've got the right equipment.
Right equipment, exactly. So
Waterproofs.
what do you play with?
Golf clubs.
Oh no
Ball.
way. No way.
This lady really knows her golf. Unfortunately, Unicorn don't make golf clubs. If they did,
Do you know what?
it would be the best golf
You
clubs
never know.
in the
We've
world.
got a launch coming up.
Oh, well, there you go. God, I'll have to give away my Callaways.
So back to darts. Who do you think, are the ones to watch? Is there anyone that really stands out to you as somebody who really could?
Do you know there's 5 or 6 youngsters out there who are blossoming
Yeah.
slowly. Unfortunately, they're not getting as much sunshine as they need. Because Phil is hogging the limelight. I don't blame him.
No, he's right. Yeah.
I think he's got another 5 world championships in him, at least.
Wow. Okay.
So there you go. I think he can get 20, maybe 21,
That would be
if he
pretty
wants
impressive. Exactly.
to. I don't think money's enough.
No.
It's his pride that drives him.
Yeah.
He doesn't like losing,
No.
and nor did I.
Nobody does.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if the good Lord keeps his eyesight good and his wit, there's no reason why he shouldn't keep bossing it
Yeah.
for another 5 or 6 years.
And so.
And I hope he does, because
Yeah.
I won the World Championship once. Every time he wins it, my stock goes up. You keep putting new names on there.
I know. Very good.
I like these darts.